could start just a little bit early. I'm going to call the regular city council meeting for Monday, July 14th, 2025 to order. All rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Jody, can I get a roll call, please?
Certainly. Mayor King,
Here.
Councilman Niner. Here. Councilman Newberry. Here. Councilman Emo. Here. Councilman Juma. Here.
All right, quorum being present, if everybody's had an opportunity to look at the agenda, are there any objections to the agenda as presented? Hearing no objections, the agenda is approved by unanimous consent. Are there any objections to the consent agenda as presented? Hearing no objections, the consent agenda is approved by unanimous consent. This time we'll go ahead and open the floor to public comment. If you'd like to address council, please step up to the podium. I was like, where to get? The podium. Please state your name and address for the record, please, and try to limit your comments to 3 minutes.
Run Self to a 5 South Campbell. First question is for the record. Do we have naming rights for the fair or whatever it is we were looking for in the bleacher discussion as far as naming rights? Has that been done yet?
I can have somebody get back to you on that.
Okay, because we didn't have when all that discussion was taking place. Is that correct?
Not the time that we're doing.
All right. My other comment, I guess, this company puts these signs up all over town and they target vacant properties. It's always private property. They don't put them in public areas. Is there anything in our ordinances or anything that we can do to contact this company and ask them to stop littering private property with these? Because they do it constantly.
Okay. I do know that Zach and Missy get them in the public ways as they're driving around, but they're not getting into the residential. Chief, what is the process for that?
Okay. Thank you.
Hey guys. I promise I'll be quick, and I kind of made notes so I wouldn't stray because you know how to get going, right? I talked to some of you guys about my concern about following the ordinances for commissions and boards in the city. And so I wanted to kind of get it on record and public record that this is a concern and I'd like to see council address it. One of the concerns that I have is city council members that serve as voting members on subordinate boards and commissions. The ordinances and the charter do not call for that to happen. And it's kind of problematic because it kind of creates like a conflict of interest of dual voting. Council members are voting twice on the same issue, one in a subordinate board meeting and then once as a council. In addition to that, I'd also like to see that we are tracking the term limits that are, not limits, but the terms that are defined in the ordinances for each of the boards and commissions. Some are 2, some are 4, some are 5 years. We have some members of some of the commissions and boards that have served over a decade with 2-year terms, and that position has never been posted. Now they can reapply, of course, and that may be, they may be the best candidate and selected again, but I believe that we need to be more open and inclusive of all of our residents in staffing these boards and commissions, which is the residents' place to get involved in the city government. So those are the 2 concerns. I'd like for you guys to clarify the roles and limitations of council members on all the boards and commissions. Are they voting members? Are they actual seated members? What are they? Because I do have serious concerns about that. And then also, because I make sure that even if we do that, we're refraining from dual voting. Uphold the standards that protect our confidence in the council's decisions by doing that. They're not voting twice. And ensure transparency by publishing members' terms and following the ordinances provisions as they're fully outlined, including qualification for members and terms that they're in the position. You can pull it up now, you don't even know what seats are coming up because there's just nothing on there. It's just literally decades, the same people are on there. So I would appreciate it if council would take that into consideration and please do something about it. Thank you.
Park Board is not a voting member, they're a liaison.
Oh, that's fine. Work on it.
Planning and zoning is a voting member by state law.
What about Historic Preservation Commission?
Historic Preservation Commission doesn't have any, we went through legal and they said that there was, because there was nothing that said yes or no, that we can have a voting member on
You may be able to, but it doesn't look good. And I would tell you that the, who is it? I looked it up. The Missouri Municipal League, it strongly recommends against it. They're actually, the Missouri Municipal League has the best practices in local government and ethics of council members, and they should never serve as voting members on boards whose decisions they will later review or approve.
it. Okay. Well, for the planning and zoning for sure.
It's in the chart.
I know, but that's a state law that they are a voting member.
I understand that, but there's
So-
4 other, I mean,
I know, what I'm saying is
Okay.
that is one that they are on there.
that is one, and that one is actually in the ordinance.
Yes,
If
so,
you review the ordinance and state the ordinance, in the ordinance, that one states council member. None of the others do. Thank you.
thank you.
My name's Casey Heflin. I live at 15714 South Harris Road. You guys haven't been, this hasn't been brought to your attention yet. I think it's on the agenda tonight, but I have a piece of land, 10 acres, that was just freshly surveyed, and I'm trying to get water to. It is just on the outskirts of town by one residence. And I'm looking to, show any reason I can to help persuade you guys to extend my water line. I've got, I have permission from the guy next door to go across my property where your water ends. My property's catty corner to it. So I think it can be just brought across the road and then taken to that piece of land. I'd like to get it to the driveway, but if that's not possible, just getting it to the land is, suffice for me.
Is this a good phone number for you on your sign-in?
It is.
All right, I will have somebody from the city staff to reach out to you and let you know what the process is for requesting something.
I have talked to Missy and I have talked to Tony. They just said it had to be brought to board. They said that it might be mentioned tonight by Shelby, but I wanted to be here just in case. Didn't want to have to wait a whole nother month to bring it to your guys' attention. So, and I did have one other thing I wanted to mention. All this money that's being put into the city lake, I don't know if you guys are aware how close Martin Marietta is getting to the backside of that lake. And something at some point is gonna have to be done or else they're gonna wind up rupturing that dam. If you look at all of the Onyx maps, you can kind of see their path basically, where they've gone, where they're going. They just signed a new lease during the pandemic, I believe, for a new piece of property that connected them from their current piece of property across BV and basically to the airport strip that they own now. So once they make it to that airport strip, they're only gonna be about 400 yards or less from Pleasantville City Lake Dam. So I figured that should be brought to somebody's attention. So that's all I have.
Thank you. Go ahead.
My name is Steve Wilson. My number is 816-260-0625. I live at 1506 Sugar Lane Parkway. It's the first one I've been to, so correct me if I'm wrong procedurally here, but I'd like to recommend that the council and the city at large, whoever, tackle this problem of internet access. Everybody's on their own for coming up with internet access, but a lot of cities have that provided as a city I guess utility, for lack of a better word. I don't know what can be done about it. I've talked to several of you folks, and my understanding is that your thinking is that that's out of our control, that it's just whatever the individual internet companies such as Google decide to do. But I think somebody ought to look into it. I don't think that can't be true, given enough effort put into it. I don't know if we have the resources to do that, but I can see that happen. And I personally would like to be advised on what I can do to help and what's going on in that process. So,
All right. Well, you and I had a discussion about the other day when you came in, and I agree with you. I hate paying that money to Xfinity every month just for internet, and I kind of got you over the barrel with that. So I have talked to staff already about looking at that. Shelby, I know Nikki had it. Did you have the history of our previous conversations with that?
I don't have, I'll have to brush up on
Okay, I knew Nikki had it, but I knew she couldn't be here, so. We've had discussions with Spectrum and Google both. And we can have more of those. We can reach out to them again, see where they're at and what their plans are, and maybe even have a timetable.
well, if you want to appoint me to some official capacity, I will reach out to them so they're sick of hearing from me.
Hey, you have that right to do.
Well, I mean, I'd have to do it in the name of the city.
So, all right,
Thank you.
thank you.
Ready for set? My name's Amber Taylor. I live at 306 North Campbell Street. To piggyback off him real quick, something I know about the internet people is you can go online and submit a form, like if they're not here, like Google or whatever it is. And if they get enough people from the same area, that's where they start to target to put their stuff. So, I mean, I guess you could go door to door and just say, hey, go on this website, put your name and number in, and I mean, if you want AT&T or Google or whatever. That's how you get them to see on the map. Since I'm here, I do have a question about abandoned lots. I'm not sure if this lot is really abandoned, but it's not being maintained. I live next to a jungle, and I have awful mosquitoes. And we actually had a bug guy come out like to spray, and he said, I'll take your money and I'll spray it. He said, it's not gonna do a darn thing. He said, the mosquitoes live over there, and they just travel over here, and then they go back home. He said, me spraying your yard won't get rid of them. So his advice was to actually trespass and put stuff on the neighbor's lot. I'm assuming that's frowned upon. So I'm bringing it to you guys, just to point it out, see what I can, can't do. I guess that's all I got. Bring it to you guys.
What's the address that you're
I
concerned
don't
about?
know their address. Mine is 306 North Campbell, and it's the lot right next to me.
Right, 308.
Could be. There's no house. It's got an old barn on it. But yeah, it's like I said, it's just kind of a jungle. It's nice to look at sometimes, but the mosquitoes, like I said, the mosquitoes are just overtaking us. You go outside and they swarm you, and you open the door and you get 12 that come in the back door. It's like, yeah, we just use the front now. But anyway.
Okay.
Is that all right?
Yeah, we'll look at it.
Thank you.
Anyone else? All right. The first item for consideration tonight is Resolution 25-24, resolution authorizing the city administrator to execute a contract between the city of Pleasant Hill as the owner and Westport Construction Company as the contractor for the Pleasant Hill Prop 2 Police Station renovation.
Thank you, Mayor. The city received bids on the police station renovation project. We did receive 9 bids and interviewed the 2 lowest contractors. I will note that the lowest bid contractor, their bid was later disqualified as they had put allowances in for some of the work. And after seeing the work and talking through it with them, they increased their price. So we are recommending that a contract be executed with Westport Construction based out of Clinton. With their bid, we were also able to receive all 4 of our bid alternates that we had put in there if the budget allowed. So we will be able to get all 4 of those bid alternates plus the work that we had scoped out for a total of $718,800. With that, I do have Scott Willis with Navigate Building Solutions if you have any questions.
Quick. Hey, Jeff. Sorry, go ahead.
So I have a question for you, Shelby. When you're saying all 4 alternates, so you're actually talking that they'll be able to do the chain link, the,
Yes, so it's to install a HVLS fan inside of the fitness area, to do the chain link on the east courtyard area, to furnish outlets in the floors at the training room. And then also there were some improvements that we were making to a transaction window, I think on upstairs.
At the front main entry lobby.
entry. So yes, those are the 4 that we were also able to.
and originally, we didn't think we were gonna be able to get all 4 of those.
It all comes down to how bids are
Right.
received, and so that's why you put those alternates in there, saying we can pick and choose of the alternates based on budget, and we were able to get all of them.
Scott, you feel good about all these numbers?
I do, yes. We vetted it out very thoroughly. The numbers that we had some concern with going into it, we brought the contractors out to look at and verify. They felt comfortable with the scope when we left it. So I personally do not have any concerns. We also have a very whole contingency. We have $100,000 allocated for contingency. And then beyond that, there's still another $118,000 of unallocated funds in the budget that can be used for other additions for the project or if potential issues arise over the course of construction.
So I guess my only question is just so I can learn something today. Under comments, what is a delta of $1 between? What does that mean?
When I totaled up their bids on their form, my math got $1 different than the number
Okay.
they written down.
I was just curious.
Yeah, no, their math didn't check out, so I just wanted to make note of it.
That's concerning. Any other questions from council?
And the one in the red is who, we disqualified that?
Yes.
Okay, before we proceed, is there anyone from the public that would like to comment on this resolution? All right, do I have a resolution for 25-24, a resolution authorizing the city administrator to execute a contract between the city of Pleasant Hill and West Point Construction Company for the Pleasant Hill Prop 2 police station renovation?
I'll make a motion for, approve resolution 25-24, a resolution authorizing the city administrator to execute a contract between the city of Pleasant Hill and Westport Construction for the Pleasant Hill Prop P2 police station. I second.
Okay, I have a motion to approve resolution 25-24. I also have a second. Can I get a roll call vote, please?
Councilman Niner,
Yes.
Councilman Newberry,
Here, yes, sorry.
Councilman Emo,
Yes.
Councilman Duma.
Yes.
All right, resolution passes. Well, we just went back to Paul Beeson. Took me back a few years. All right, well, I don't have a lot here, but staff reports. Tony?
Yeah, as you noticed that they're moving down 7 Highway with the water line replacement. They're about midway, so they've got roughly 2,000 feet in. They've got to the point where they've stuck one piece applied to the west, where that loop is gonna be added in back to Riffle Drive. Ran into a little bit of rock on the hill there, but they're getting through it. Had a few other little incidents. They had a gas line that wasn't marked that they did hit, and then they hit another one earlier that was marked, and it was just an accident. So that's caused some issues on 7 Highway a couple different times. But moving along, the Timber Street Pump House painters are finishing up. We've submitted, I think it was about a 45 item list for the punch list. Contractor's supposed to be finishing or working on that this week to get that marked up. Other than that, I think I told you about the water towers later this fall. They were moving to a different project. Other than that, it's been fair. So we've been busy down there getting some things changed out, getting the parking lot taken care of after the bleachers went in. Let's see, Jason and I have been working a little bit on we're still working on the construction manual that we've got to get done for the BBC. We're getting through that. And then some more projects coming up with our owner supervised plan. So it's been very busy.
Right there on 7 where they put those new lines in, they're dropping the new fire hydrants. Are those old ones the obsolete ones?
Yes, yep, they'll be taken out. So once they go and get all the line in, then they'll go back and pull all that stuff and disconnect everything.
I thought those were part of the obsolete population we had.
Yeah.
They're gonna have any parts we can salvage off those?
Yes, there will be some parts off, some of those we're gonna cut up and possibly clean them up a little bit, maybe put them up for auction and things like that.
I know
We've had
people
several
will bid
people
on those
interested.
things.
Yeah. So,
What about, did we work anything on additional parking for the fair on that? I'm sorry with directions, but on the right side of 58 in
that's
the
how
very
much way
back?
it's going, it's the right. Yeah, I know what you're talking about, the north side.
Yeah.
Yeah, we mowed a little bit extra back in underneath to the east, underneath the power lines, to gain us a little bit. And then up to the north a little farther, we were able to open up a little bit more, but it wasn't a great deal, but we did add some.
Chief,
We have a fair getting ready to start. Super excited about it. So one of my favorite times of the year. Just a couple things. Besides the fair, once the fair settles down and we get past it, we'll be rolling out our third Citizens Academy. We look to make that announcement somewhere around the 21st, 22nd. Sign-ups will go online, so we're pretty excited about that. And sign-ups for the Touch a Truck and Chili Cook-Off will also go shortly after the fair. So just a couple things we're working on.
Jeff, what are you
Thanks for
doing?
approving our thing too. Thanks for approving the station renovations. I appreciate that.
What are you working on, Jeff?
A lot of fair activities, yeah. First off, I want to give a shout out to Tony. He actually got us an extra depot stop with working on a deal with Grace Pavement Fellowship. So we're actually going to add that to the trolley route this year, so that's going to help with fair parking. Also, we are going to utilize a little bit of what's left at Pine and Patterson. We talked to Monarch. There's behind their silt fence they're going to allow us to use from there to the existing animal control shelter building. So we'll have some there that's also on the trolley route as well. Then other than that, for the spring sports, they've all completed. All their tournaments are finished. So we've got a little small 1 or 2 week window, actually 1 week window before fall season starts up with football. The parking lot at the complex, they've got the chip portion of the parking lot done. They've got the asphalt done, so they're actually working on doing a full seal tomorrow. They're going to work on doing the whole thing in one lift, basically, instead of doing it in phases to work around rec programming. So it's going to be nice to have no transitions there. And then the bleachers getting completed. We actually had a good walkthrough with the contractor. They went through with their punch list, got all those completed and ready. So yeah, just nonstop fair.
Jody. I'm sorry.
I know I asked you this the other day, but I just wanted to get a follow-up. So for the football team, the rec football team, did you say they were or were not going to have some kind of a equipment shed or something for that lower field down there?
The lower field is going to be the Pleasant Hill Sports Youth Association, the Tackle Football Association.
Right.
They're working on getting a closed trailer so they can bring in.
They are working on it.
Yes, so
Okay.
we won't have a Connex or a storage building or anything down there yet. They're working on construction plans, so they're going to try and build a building down there that we would put in that triangle that is between skate park, pickleball, and the east field. So it would be multi-use that we would actually kind of try and partner with them and have some park storage capability as well as their storage, so it'll be something that's purposeful. But the rec program, we're going to put them on the upper field is where the flag football system is going to be played.
What's the tackle ones that I was
Tackles down below,
concerned with? Okay.
Jody, now it's your turn.
Is it?
Yeah.
I hear the fair's coming up, so that's cool. Only big thing I have is, Amy and I did interviews, last week with some potential court administrators, for that position that we had an opening for, and we are, have extended an offer to, a lady, so we're hoping to hear back from her soon, so we may have that position filled, in the next couple of weeks, so. That's the big one.
Shelby?
Okay, I'm gonna pick up the pieces. So one, I'm shocked Tony didn't mention, but he has a long list of things. Originally, we had 3 lift station equipment upgrades that were supposed to occur this month. That has been delayed till the beginning of September. So just so you guys knew on that one. Also, just so you guys also know that KMBC will be running a story tonight about the fair, kind of promo on it. And I would not be doing Nikki justice if I did not say we'd love to welcome everyone to the Cass County Fair. A few of you guys were there yesterday for the opening, but really a whole bunch of the festivities kick off tomorrow. And that's where we'll be between now and really, I mean, realistically Sunday, but our staff also comes on Monday to do some of the tear down as well. Missy is not here tonight, but Planning and Zoning has finished their review of the UDC. They're scheduled for an August 5th hearing, and right now we are planning to have a public hearing before the council on August 11th. If by chance there are modifications that need to happen, we just won't have that public hearing on the 11th, but that's when it's scheduled. The other one, in addition to our court administrator, we have also recently had a police officer leave our organization, and Jeff Miller has retired from the Parks Department. So we have 3 departures, and then we have another one that will be coming in August. So hiring will be busy for a little while.
Do we have actual job descriptions for all of those positions?
Yes.
That's it?
I mean,
Your list.
I'm sure I do in my head.
Sorry,
but-
you're normally not that quick. I was like,
I
"Whoa."
know, I think that's it.
Like the awkward silence. All right. Anything from council? This time, I need a motion to go into closed session pursuant to RSMO 610-0211 for legal and 2, discussion of real estate.
I'll make a motion to go into closed session for legal and real estate.
I'll second.
Have a motion, a second to go into closed session for RSMO 610-0211 legal, 2, discussion of real estate. Can I get a roll call, please?
Councilwoman Niner,
Yes.
Councilman Newberry,
Yes.
Councilman Emo,
Yes.
Councilman Doomer.
Yes.
All right, we're in closed session. We'll be back.
It's just so we didn't have to.
No, that was one of mine.
Uh,
Hey,